Well, Mandy, it's very nice to be with you and to speak to Slovakia and through Slovakia to the world. Yes, Eternity 2 is the second in a series of puzzles that I invented. The first one, which was called Eternity, was made about 8 years ago now, and it took 18 months before somebody solved it. Now, Eternity 2 is a similar concept. It's a jigsaw puzzle of only 256 pieces, with a prize of $2 million, as you've just pointed out, for the first person in the world to solve Eternity 2 correctly and send in his solution to the judges in London. And all the puzzle consists of is 256 square pieces. And you can see them here, at least if your radio isn't in colour, you won't be able to see them, but we've got them in front of us here. And if you move the pieces around on the board and you put them, I'm going to put two of them next to each other here now, and you can see that the two I've chosen, the colours and the patterns match exactly. They sit next to each other. So that's a correct match. If you lay out all the 256 pieces on the board in a 16 piece by 16 square, so that all the pieces match each other in that way, and you're the first one to do it, then Mandy, it'll be my pleasure to hand over $2 million to you.
Wow. There's only 256 pieces. I mean, we do jigsaws that have got 1,000 pieces. What makes it more difficult?
My warped mind is the short answer to that, because I spent 8 years developing Eternity 2 so that it would be easy to look at, easy even for a child of 8 to understand the concept. And it might be a kid of 8 or a gran of 88 who solves Eternity 2, because one of the things you can do if you're reasonably good at mathematics is to design a puzzle so that there is no particular advantage to a mathematician in solving it.
Yes.
And so we've invented Eternity 2 so that it is as easy, or as I would put it, as difficult for a mathematician to solve as it is for a non-mathematician to solve it. It means everybody has the chance to win the $2 million. And you have no particular advantage if you're a mathematician or if you're using a computer, or even if you're doing what some people, including people from Slovakia, are trying to do. They've joined together, and there are thousands of them now trying to use their computers jointly together on the internet to see if they can solve Eternity 2. And believe it or not, we've designed Eternity 2 so that we think that they will fail even when they join millions of computers together. It's not going to be possible to solve Eternity 2 that way. It's much better to do it as we're doing it here on the studio table, just by hand.
Yeah, I mean, and I think the thing that makes it so difficult, unlike a jigsaw, is generally most jigsaws you've only got one solution when you put the two pieces next to each other. With this, there's so many combinations, and you might think you've done a couple, and then all of a sudden it doesn't work. Is that right?
That's exactly right. In fact, last time with the Eternity puzzle, which had 209 pieces, within a month somebody had worked out how to put 208 of the 209 pieces in. And people were saying, oh, yes, it's all over, it's going to be solved in no time at all. And the manufacturers were saying, oh, Monkton, you can't do maths, you've made a complete mess of this. I said, no, that last piece is the one that's going to take the time. And they said, how long? And I said, well, we've allowed them 3 years till the puzzle is taken off the market. So I said, in that time, I think somebody will solve it. And after 18 months, they did. But it took 18 months for that last one piece to be correctly positioned.
It's like when you're playing Sudoku, when you're doing a Sudoku puzzle, and if you've made one mistake early on or it's not right, it changes the whole shape.
It makes a mess of the whole thing, exactly. And the same with Eternity 2. There are lots of different ways of getting it wrong, not very many ways of getting it right. There are, in fact, several solutions. There may be several thousand, there may even be several million. But even so, finding even one of those is very difficult. It doesn't matter which one you find. You don't have to find the solution that we found.
Yes.
You can find a different one, and it still counts as a winning one,
sure,
provided you're the first person in the world to find it.
And how long have we got?
You've got 3 years, a little bit more than 3 years. We've been generous this time. We're giving you until December the 31st, 2010 at midday Greenwich Mean Time.
And I've checked the website out, and you can actually have a go on the website with a 16-piece puzzle just to see what it's like and just understand the concept of it.
And just to tell them the address of the website, it's www.eternity2.com.
And through that website we can get hold of the puzzle, is that right?
Yes, you can find out where it's on sale in your country. You'll find there is a Slovak page which is written in Slovak. I'm afraid my knowledge of the language is severely limited, so I'm going to stick to English, but you can certainly get onto the website page there and find out where you can get it in Slovakia or where you can order it online as well.
And this 16-piece puzzle, I was trying it, and I got so far, just like you were saying, and I was like, no, now what? And that's 16 pieces, and it was driving me crazy. But I'm going to do it. How long should the 16-piece one take for people?
Well, I'm not going to put you out of your misery. It should have taken you 2 minutes.
It's amazing that, I had something like this before, because we do love puzzles. People love puzzling. People love things like that. I mean, as I said earlier, the Rubik's Cube came out, and it was such a phenomenon, wasn't it?
It's interesting because I don't know exactly when this particular interview will be broadcast, but today, as we are recording it, is the 25th anniversary of the first sale of the Rubik's Cube. So it's a very, very good day to be talking about it. And Erno Rubik, of course, made himself one of the very few millionaires in Eastern Europe under communist rule. And it was a huge success worldwide and still sells very well worldwide because it is just such an ingenious puzzle from the mechanical point of view.
Yes.
The design of it is radical and wonderful and extraordinary and a very great feat of mathematical imagination.
That's the thing. Some of the best inventions are the most obvious ones and the most, simple, because you look at this puzzle and on the face of it, it does look simple.
That's the idea. It looks just like a jigsaw with pretty patterns on it, and you think, oh yes, I can make a nice kind of patchwork quilt out of that. All the pieces should fit together, and yet somehow it's not as easy as that, and that's where the inventive step comes in. It was the realization on my part that you could have a puzzle with a small number of pieces, but which could still be made so very difficult to solve that it would be worthwhile offering a large prize so that somebody who solves Eternity 2 will really have earned that $2 million.
Now, where's this prize money coming from?
Well, it comes out of this particular chinless aristocrat's well-lined and well-heeled pocket. I will be paying the prize to the winner, and I will be very pleased to do so, because when one offers the world a challenge of this kind, it's a great deal of fun. We're offering what Gilbert and Sullivan, who used to write little operettas. I don't know whether you ever have those on the radio. But,
I appeared in a Gilbert and Sullivan.
I shall sing you a little bit.
I was in, Broadway Pirates once, actually.
Oh, well, there we are.
Which is a spin-off of Pirates of Penzance.
Yes. Oh, well, I'll sing you a little bit from the Mikado, because what we are offering as people who contribute puzzles to the toy trade is a feast of innocent merriment, And so if that hasn't broken your radio, nothing will.
Oh no, we like Gilbert and Sullivan, we really do. And actually, this is quite interesting. Talking of Gilbert and Sullivan, where I used to live in England, in London, we lived down the road from a place called the Grimsdyke.
Yes.
Which is the hotel where Gilbert and Sullivan actually lived.
Right.
And where I can't remember which one was it. Who drowned? One of them drowned, and actually there's a swamp where one of them drowned.
Oh, that was Gilbert.
Yes.
Yes.
So that's actually in Stanmore/Bushy. So a little bit of facts for everybody who's into Gilbert and Sullivan.
Well, there you are. A feast of innocent merriment is what we're offering. This is a lot of fun, the Eternity 2 puzzle. www.eternity2.com is the website. And we also offer 2 clue puzzles, one of 36 pieces, one of 72 pieces. These are quite easy to do. You might take a day or two over them. Most people would take an hour or two.
Yes.
And once you've got the answers to those, you can send them in to the website, and we will send you back electronically the location and orientation of one of the pieces of the big puzzle.
Ooh.
So, and each year, until somebody wins the big puzzle, we will bring out 2 more new clue puzzles to help you on your way.
Oh, that's worth it, because at least if you get the first one, you've got to start anyway.
Well, we provide you with 1 clue to start with anyway.
Yep.
One of the pieces is already positioned on the board for you.
That's helpful.
When you buy the main puzzle. Then if you solve each of the two clue puzzles, that's 1 more piece we'll give you for each of those 2. So you can start off, if you like, with 3 clue puzzles. And then gradually, as each year passes, more clue puzzles come out until we intend that somebody should eventually win the prize.
Yes, I might need a clue for the 16-piece one.
Yep, well, I'll give you a clue.
Okay.
Keep at it.
I will do. I'll get very excited when I actually solve it. Christopher Lord Monkton, thank you very, very much for that.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
And all the best to you, Mandy, and to everyone in Slovakia.
Lovely, thank you.